Beverly, that's even better. Beatrice.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
I think we're all just singing along with Billy Joel, which again, I don't want you to be able to hear in the background because weird about paying royalties. Turns out you have to do that. Welcome to the show. It's Hy-Vee Today for Friday, the 29th of June. This is Tony Tone. It's nice to be with you on what is going to be perhaps the hottest day of the year, along with tomorrow, Saturday. It'll feel like it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. It'll feel like it's over 100 degrees. Maybe not 1,000,000, but it's going to be hot. Will you try and cook an egg on the sidewalk? I've never done that. Has anybody here cooked an egg on the sidewalk? No?
I broke some on the sidewalk.
Kelsey Brackett said he's broke some on the sidewalk, friends. Same here. I've never also thrown an egg at a house. I had friends that did that. I just wanted to be the lookout. I didn't want to be involved in any way. This is so long ago, I'm not really incriminating myself. But if you take a water balloon launcher, you can shoot an egg very far. Like you could, yeah, to the moon, Alice. That's how far you could shoot an egg. It would go that far. Chef Tess is rocking strawberries in the Hy-Vee Today kitchen. And I don't want to assume, Tess, but are we doing this for the bakery and strawberry pies?
Yes.
Okay. So you have a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
And those strawberry pies from the bakery look so good. And this is how we can guarantee that they are fresh. Would you mind holding up a strawberry to Betsy's camera? Look at that. Yeah, that's a high-def strawberry right there. Excelente. So what time did you start cutting those?
At about 8:29.
All right. Just a minute ago?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I thought you'd been down here. I was prepared for you to say since 6, Tony.
No, I was
Since
washing
6
them.
a.m. Okay. You gave them a good wash, as some
Yes.
people would say. All right. What else is on your agenda once you get done with the strawberries? Anything else coming up?
I am catering to somebody's house tonight,
Cool.
doing a little retirement party. So we'll probably do like 7 or so courses tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
So that'll be super fun. And then tomorrow, getting the food ready for the Headbangers for Hayden golf event.
That's right. Okay.
Which I believe that they still have spaces available.
Yes,
So-
you can still get signed up to golf at Muni, and
Yep.
we're going to talk more about that later in the show because we have the flyer, and I'll be there at the Rose Bowl emceeing the music portion of the evening. So, yeah, Chef Test, part of that. What's going to be, what are you putting together for Headbangers for Hayden?
So
Can you
we
give
are
me a sample?
Yeah, so we are doing pulled pork sandwiches.
Okay.
So those have been smoked on the big green eggs.
Oh, that's right, because Robbie Chamberlain's helping out.
Yep, Chamberlain Heating and Cooling.
Awesome. Okay.
He taught me some things yesterday, so that was fun.
Wait a minute. Robbie Chamberlain taught you something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He is the big green egg master.
He
but
is.
Wow.
He knows what he's doing.
The teacher became the student.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be fun. I'm glad that you're involved with that, and I'm super excited that we'll have these bakery fresh strawberry pies. And it's just there's just a mountain of strawberries over there, and you're just could you hold one up as you cut it and just tell everybody what you're doing?
So this is like one of the very few times where I'll use the knife with the blade facing myself.
Yeah, makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
So
gosh!
I just push it against my thumb.
Yeah.
Like that to take the top off.
Whew!
And then I just do the same thing like this.
Nice.
Just like that.
That was like if somebody had 3D glasses on. That is a little intense. All right, give us one more since we got the fancy schmancy camera. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Smell-o-vision, strawberries. Imagine what a strawberry tastes like. And I cut my finger on a door here the other day, and you're using a sharp knife. Don't ever let me hold that knife. Like, seriously, I cut my finger, and I was like, really? Like 2 Band-Aids worth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's why we don't let you in the Hy-Vee today kitchen.
That's right. And see, the tip came right off. Look at that. It was really bad. Can you believe it? It's gone now. Oh, there it comes back. All right, so we'll check back in a little bit. I do want to talk more about Headbangers for Hayden as we progress in the show. But our first guest is here making his second appearance. Last time Kelsey Brackett was here, he was sitting alongside Joel Krausauer when Joel filled in after I had my knee scoped, but he's here, and it's good to see you, pal. Welcome to the show. Muscatine Soapbox Derby, 4th of July.
Coming up.
Holy moly.
Getting excited.
First thing I want to ask you is, how did you get involved? Because this will be my 3rd year talking into a microphone, playing some tunes. It's a great gig to be downtown around so many different people having a good time. But what brought you, like, because you're the guy now, kind of.
One of. It's a team effort. It's a big team effort.
Right.
So I got involved as a driver. So I wanted to see this keep going.
Sure.
And I back up a little bit. So when the event was brought back after many years of being gone,
Sure.
I had this. I should have looked this up between the last visit to the show and today.
It was a long time,
because I don't
though.
remember the date that they stopped having the
Sure.
event, but it was gone. Used to be a huge community event, and that's what we're trying to do again.
Yeah.
So it came back. This is, like you said, the 3rd year that it's been back. And I had a car in it the first year. I work at Stanley Consultants, and they sponsored our
Right,
team.
I remember that.
And
okay.
we were one of the slowest cars. It was, it was great. It looked good. It looked good, Tony. We got to the bottom of the hill like 5 minutes after we left the starting line.
Yeah.
We made some improvements last year.
Sure.
And so, and that leads to the second year, right? I was running a car again. We ran the same car frame and body.
Sure.
But we replaced some of the running parts. We replaced the wheels, we replaced the brakes. We added a lot of quality to it.
Sure.
And we improved our speed a lot. Had a lot of fun with that. Then we found out that the organizers of the event were, they had other things come up in their life. A number of them had moved out of town, from what I understand.
Sure.
Some of them had some kids. Kids, they take a little bit of time.
Just a smidge. Yeah.
We, a couple of us got together and decided that we were going to make sure the event stayed alive.
Absolutely.
So, Brian Steinman, Mustachine's public works director, and I got together. John Haggerty, and just a few others.
A good group, though. I mean,
Yeah.
And speaking of guys that we both know, that's our pal Steve Truitt.
Yeah, he's got a car in it this
he
year.
Does.
So
He was telling me about
yeah.
that. So I want to ask you, since you have experience coming down the hill in the Soapbox Derby, and now,
Oh, it's terrifying.
is it?
Yeah.
You answered the question. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you've tested the brakes, you know that they work, but you're still coming down at a high rate of speed.
Right. Well, and the issue is you really, there's not a good place to test the car
Sure.
at full speed.
Right.
So you're guessing that you're going to be able to stop, and that was one of the things that I the first year we ran our car for Stanley, I didn't actually drive it. We made the car in such a way that it required somebody of a smaller stature than myself, and I was not able to actually physically fit in the car. And we realized that was actually one of our problems the first year. We needed more weight. We had been planning on a lightweight car, thinking that was going to do the trick. None of us knew what we were doing, and we learned a lot from that. So the next year we added weights. We made the seating big enough that I could get in it, and my
Excellent.
time actually down the hill was the fastest on our team.
Wow.
Last year, it wasn't. We were about halfway through the pack as far as all the cars went. But
Sure.
But yeah, so I get in the car at the top of the hill. I'm like, all right, I got this. Well, actually, I got in the car at the bottom of the hill, and then we get towed to the top,
Which is fun, I imagine.
and
right?
that's also a little bit. It's like, okay, all right, I'm being towed behind a full-size vehicle going up 4th Street. All right, we'll see how this goes. So get up to the top, get in position, and then you wait. So then you're sitting there holding the brake, and you're waiting. You're realizing you're looking down the hill, and it gets terrifying, at that point, because you realize you've got like a thin amount of wood, just like a little bit of plywood. At least in our case, a little bit of plywood mounted to some small steel frame.
Oh my gosh.
And you're sitting about 4 inches off the concrete or asphalt, looking down this big hill. And I've ridden my bike down the hill numerous times. I used to live over by Greenwood Cemetery,
Sure.
so I'd commute to work on my bicycle.
Absolutely.
And you can pick up a lot of speed, and I knew that. But I didn't realize what it felt like when you were about 4 inches off the ground. So going down the hill, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, having a good time. Realizing that I'm really putting a lot of faith in this engineering that I had my own hands in. And that's not that. I might work at Stanley's, but I'm not an engineer. So
I tell you what, though, it's so fun to watch the cars come down. And Brian Steinman, we come back to Brian for a second. His vehicle, Soapbox Derby car, flipped.
Yeah, he had an exciting ride last year.
That was it right there, if I'm
there
not
it is.
mistaken,
There it
made
is.
out of a bunch of different street signs. Thank you.
His
That flipped, but he was okay because he was encased in metal.
Right.
Essentially, but it sounded.
he bears the scars of that event. So
Yeah?
he did get he did get a little road rash out of
Did
that.
he really?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow. See, that happened. I watched him come through. So, again, I'm sitting right there on the Stanley Plaza, and I watched them come through the finish line, and I turned, and then I heard this crash.
Yeah.
And I looked, and it looked bad.
Oh yeah. I know. I jumped from where I was at and went
Jeez
running
Louise.
to see what was going on.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Brian came over a few minutes later and said, "Does anybody have that on video?"
Yeah. I
So
think
now I'm announcing into the microphone, does anybody have that crash on video? We'd like to. And of course, some people were like, got it right over
Right,
here.
right.
So if we don't want you to crash,
No, we do not. We want
we
people
want it
to be safe.
100%.
That was, while exciting, we would
Right.
we would not like to repeat that particular
No,
excitement.
no.
Which leads me to we are trying to up the game a little bit this year.
Sure.
So instead of having people crash,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to add some extra events in. So we discourage the crashing part, and
100%.
we want some crowd participation. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the things we're going to do this year is we've got some adult tricycles.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, We
Sounds awesome.
Might be able to get you off the microphone, get you on one. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Sure.
But what we're going to do there is in between events or anytime there's kind of a little lull, which we saw last year, there'd be different points where there was something with stall, the racing. And so we've got this so that we can bring people in and say, hey, who wants to race? We're just on the flat section. We're not racing these down the hill. This is, definitely stay safe. We'll still require a waiver,
sure,
like any other racer.
Yep.
And we got some little giveaways to go along with that.
I think it's a great idea, and you're right. And again, I have the perspective of understanding when you say that there's a lull in the action. So, you think about getting these cars, these soapbox derbies cars, up 4th Street, set into position, and the time that can take.
Right.
So having things that can fill that time makes sense. So, Betsy, I emailed you sort of like a screenshot from the Soapbox Derby Facebook page, and Kelsey, we're going to pull this up, and things have changed as far as time when we're kicking things off. Here it is right here. So for folks that are drivers, let's start with the drivers.
Okay,
the pit is opening at 8.
Yeah, the pit opens at 8.
Okay.
That way there's some people coming in from out of town. As far away as Oklahoma, I believe.
Wow.
And so what we wanted to do is make sure that people have time to get in, get set up.
Sure.
And kind of get their area organized. I'll be sending out to all the racers basically some more detailed information on how to get everything set up at the pit.
Okay.
But that's going to be in the parking lot right across from City Hall.
Excellent.
And the same as it was the last 2 years. So we'll have people able to get things set up there, kind of start getting comfortable. Volunteers are going to meet at 10 in the pit area. And then what we'll do is we'll start the weigh-in process and safety check. So last year and the year before, the safety check was actually done about a week or two prior to the event.
I remember that, yeah.
And this year, we had so many people that were repeat entries that we decided to go ahead and not have the official safety check. They know what they're doing.
Yep.
Anybody that wanted to have us do a one-on-one safety check was welcome to reach out, and still are welcome to reach out. I'm happy to just hop right in, I'd run over, as long as they're in town within,
You're not driving to Oklahoma.
Not driving to Oklahoma.
But you would go as far as Fruitland, maybe.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Fruitland, Wilton,
within reason.
Within reason. I'd probably go up to Bluegrass. I'm reaching out to people to make sure that we get, we have a good event. And
so what
safe.
You're looking for
Yeah.
when it comes to making sure that it's in
the main thing is that it can stop. Without being on its side, we want it to be able to stop safely.
Has to have a working brake.
Has to have a working brake. It can't be a drag brake. You can't be dragging your feet. You can't. I know in a previous year we did have. I saw somebody's brake must have malfunctioned, and they had to reach back and grab their wheel to stop. They had gloves, fortunately, so I think maybe they suspected they were going to have brake problems to begin with.
No,
but those are not acceptable official braking methods.
Correct.
And the drag braking is really a big no-no.
Yeah.
That
just from this, even if you're wearing a glove, no way. I mean, I'd rather see somebody with like a makeshift parachute. I'm not encouraging.
Right.
That.
Yeah. Those are not allowed.
But
just to be clear, so we don't have any confusion there. Okay. It would be interesting.
It would be exciting if a big parachute opened up.
Right. Now, if that was not the braking mechanism,
sure. Okay.
I would still have concerns about it tangling. because. There was, I don't recall if it was last year or the year before, but there was an incident where, I think it was actually the first year, one of the cars was being towed up the hill.
Oh, yeah, I heard
and
about this.
The tow rope got wrapped around their wheel.
Oh, my gosh.
And it bent the wheel in half.
Oh, my gosh.
So that, and that had to do with the car that was in front of them did not have, either their braking or their steering was not really up to snuff. Mm-mm. And as they went around the corner, it created bad tension in the line and chain reaction, and it bent somebody's wheel.
That's the last thing you want to have happen is something like that go wrong, because you put a lot of time goes into these soapbox derby cars.
Oh yeah,
and it's it is fun, but there's a lot of people that are very competitive, which is good because you want it. I mean, people that are coming out to be spectators to watch on the 4th of July, starting at 1 o'clock.
Right.
They want to see soapbox derby cars going as fast as they can. Let's be honest. I mean, you want people to be safe, of course, and have proper brakes, but you want to see a flashy look. And I remember the first year there was like a pirate ship or a boat or a submarine. Remember that one?
There was the first year there was a two-seater. So that leads me to we have two different adult classes in the cars. The art cars, which can get crazy. And they have a higher weight limit, and as well as they can have two people on it.
Correct.
So you can have a driver and a passenger on the art cars. The speed cars, which is what most people go for, and they still have fun with the design. But the speed cars, single driver, 500 pounds max across the board, for the driver, the car, and everything. Whereas the art cars can have 750 pounds, 750 pounds, and and two people.
Fantastic.
So we did open also a youth division this year. So
Excellent.
The youth division is 10 to 15. We've got
Okay.
cars in that. I hope to see that expand even more next year.
Absolutely.
But the guidelines on those cars are for the same as the speed cars. Single driver up to 500 pounds. We'll start them lower on the hill. See how that goes this year and look at it for
It's
next
fabulous.
year as well.
I tell you
So,
what, watching people like Bill Reimers or even Troy Stinky Philpott,
Oh, yeah.
the fact that they're laying, a lot of these guys are laying, and in that first year, the gentleman, I think that was from Kansas City, or I don't remember correctly.
Right, I believe so.
But he was like laying down in the soapbox derby car. I don't even know if he was controlling it with his hands or whatever, but that was those were unbelievably fast. We're looking at some old pictures.
Yeah, here's some historical ones.
Those
Yeah,
are great.
I still want to see
Wow.
our Chief Evers and Chief Talkington get in
That would be awesome. Look at how
get in
great
some
these
cars
look,
and
though.
race down the hill as a grudge match between Fire and PD. That'd be great.
Oh, the chief race, everybody.
Yeah.
So starting at 1 o'clock, changing the time.
Races start at 1.
Races start at 1.
I
It
wouldn't
makes
mind seeing
sense.
people get down there a little
sure.
early.
Get a good seat.
They're
between
welcome to
12,
come over to the pit
11:30 and
area,
12.
check
Yeah.
out the cars, that type of thing. And that's something that's kind of neat. Before the races start, before we get people towed to the top of the hill, the pit area will be open.
Yeah, absolutely.
The public is welcome to come through, talk to the drivers and the teams, check out the cars. Make sure that you don't get in the way while they're trying to get things ready to tow up the hill. But come over and check them out, and then see if you might be interested in putting your own car in next year.
Yeah, so that's the plan, obviously, is to
Right.
keep the Muscatine Soapbox Derby going. Again,
Absolutely.
some good pictures that we're looking at. Muscatine Soapbox Derby on Facebook, 4th of July. Starts at 1 with the first heat, 2 o'clock, so top of the hour. So
Top of
1,
the hour.
2, 3, 4. 4 o'clock heat gets done. Iowa Avenue opens up, Kelsey. Parade at 5.
Correct.
And then parade will end. Iowa Avenue will close back, and then you're going to do...
We're going to begin the finals at 6:30.
6:30. Is that a hard 6:30, or is it? Because we know how parades can get. You
right,
know, they
that-
can get a little slow sometimes if it's a lot of entries.
Well, and because we're changing up the schedule a little bit this year and not just running it back to back to back.
Sure.
There may be some fluctuation, and this is why, like I mentioned, the adult tricycle races.
Yeah, it's a great
We're also
idea.
looking to probably do some kids big wheel races as well.
Cool. Okay.
And that is because we're not 100% sure how this new schedule is going to work.
Sure.
And we're hoping that we can stick to it. But please give us a little bit of leeway if we have to make some adjustments to it throughout the day. But we're going to try and stick to that top of the hour schedule as much as possible.
Absolutely.
My only thought is if we have to get away from that, it might be because things are taking too long.
Yeah. No, I
We've had some last minute entries, which I'm really happy about.
That's great.
So
I was going to ask about
our
that.
schedule was based off of roughly 20 entries, which is
Okay.
a few less than last year, but we had some hiccups in organizing this year with new leadership. The 6:30 time though, that's when is all going to be dependent upon the parade, getting people back to the area,
having them understand what's going on.
exactly
Closing Iowa Avenue back down.
closing Iowa Avenue
that's
back
no,
down.
That's no small task to do that.
So in regards to that, we are still looking for volunteers, people that
Great.
might want to help us out with
Okay.
the Derby.
Okay.
They just get a little bit of experience being involved. We don't need them the whole day.
Sure.
If they want to help the whole day, that's great. But if they want to come in the morning, like I said, our volunteer meeting is at that was at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
sorry. And 10 o'clock, and that's going to be in the pit area, which is the parking lot right across from City Hall. So, we've got T-shirts for volunteers.
That's what I was going to say. Like, this is a great event to volunteer at.
Right,
You're
right.
outside, you get a shirt, and there's a couple thousand people hanging out.
Yeah. It's,
and if you're
the
going to be
crowds
down
at
there
these-
anyways, like it
Yeah,
just
come
makes
down,
sense
check it
to
out,
me.
and you can kind of see close up what it takes to run a car, and
Yeah.
then maybe get involved next year.
Yes.
Get or find a team that you might meet some people, meet some new friends.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great social event.
Absolutely.
It's competitive, but at the same time, I mean,
It's
all the
so
drivers
fun.
get along really well.
Oh,
It's,
yeah. It's
some
just
rivalry going on, but it's great.
It's a great event for Muscatine for sure, and to be able to tie it into the 4th of July. I mean, it is unique. I would say that nowhere within hour, 2-3 hour radius as anybody else doing a soapbox derby on the 4th of July.
Right.
So, and there's so many great things to do on Muscatine on the 4th of July. I mean, you could stay downtown all day if you wanted to with Kids First Fun Pancake Breakfast, the Kids Parade, and then just get a good seat, talk to the drivers. Soapbox Derby is going to kick off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, literally, you don't have to, you could just hang out downtown.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and there's,
You'd be fine.
we've got great restaurants downtown. I know, Boonies is right there by the starting line. They're
Sure.
going to be open.
Yep. The Brew's going to be shutting down in the back with entertainment.
Right.
We talked to Lori from the Merrill. They've got stuff going on. Symphony will play. It's going to be a good day. Before I let you get out of here, obviously, and it said it on the screen, City Councilman, Alderman at Large, right?
Yep.
How are things? You're coming up into almost a year, right? November will be a year. Is that right?
Well, I took office at the beginning of the year.
Sorry.
So the
Well,
election was last November.
It's almost
so.
a year since your victory.
Right,
How
right.
about that? How are things going from your perspective? And
I think it's going pretty well. One of the things I've had people comment to me and say that they like the fact that the news that they see about Muscatine these days tends to be positive.
sure.
Everybody knows there was
Yeah.
some negativity in the news, past couple of years. And,
Absolutely.
And, I would say I think that's calmed down quite a bit. I think that after the election, people made their voice heard. And I think that there's been some pretty good cooperation going on. I think that, we've been making progress on, different projects around the city. There's,
Sure.
I hear about things like potholes. I hear about things, like road construction issues, and we're working on that.
Sure.
I think that moving forward, things are going great.
Yeah, good direction for Muscatine.
Absolutely.
For sure.
A lot of positivity.
And think about, I don't know how you're so busy, so full-time job
Right?
on the council, soapbox derby,
Yeah. Got a few things going.
family, of course,
Right.
family first, and then
Yeah.
all the other ones if I go in
Yeah.
the correct order. So, but you're so pro Muscatine, as I would like to consider myself very pro Muscatine.
Right.
That you want to be involved to this capacity. I mean, you probably want to do more, and maybe you are doing more that we don't know about, but anything to cast Muscatine in a good light.
Right.
And to do things that bring people to this town so that they can experience it.
Yeah. It's, I came here almost 20 years ago.
Sure.
And actually, I came here 20 years ago, now that I do the math. And, and I decided to stay. I love Muscatine. And there's a lot of great things that you can do in this community. There's a lot of ways to get involved. You just have to reach out. And if anybody's interested in getting involved in anything here in town, they can reach out to me and I'll help them find, some cause, some, event, so, anything that they might be interested in.
Plugged
that'll
in,
help them
sir.
out.
And you also, and take this as a compliment, if you will, you're looking like my pal Mark Maron. I don't know if you're a Mark Maron fan, comedian, podcaster.
I'm not familiar with him.
Really?
Yeah,
Can you pull
really.
up a picture of Mark Maron? Oh my gosh, I was hoping you'd be like, Tony, I get that all the time. Mark Maron, WTF podcast,
Okay.
comedian.
I'll
If
check
I'm
it out.
wrong, we'll see if Betsy can find a good picture. Muscatine Soapbox Derby on Facebook, 4th of July. Fun starts at 1. Get down there early, get a good seat.
Yeah.
3rd Street's going to be rocking.
There's gonna be.
Come on, not bad. That one right
Oh,
there
okay.
you go.
I know
Look
who
at
he
that,
is. I know who he
everybody.
is. Well, see,
Not
I just
the worst comparison.
family. I just hooked me up with these new glasses.
Yeah, nice
so,
plug. Perfect.
I got to support the local
Yeah.
business when you can.
Look at that.
You know,
We have a
so.
side-by-side.
There we go.
Not too shabby. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Maron will be at the Soapbox Derby this year. I don't know. It's
my
pretty good.
beard's a little better. to be honest.
Now, if I may, because I was told this in high school, Betsy, I don't want Kelsey to feel like he's put on the spot. In high school, I was told that I look like Dude off Roseanne. So go ahead and Google Dan Connor from Roseanne, and we'll do a side-by-side. Or Greg Grunberg from Heroes. I was also told that.
Oh, I could see that one. Yeah. That one actually I could see more
I'd
than.
prefer if it were Brad Pitt.
Well,
Or, as I like to call myself, the chubby George Clooney with salt and pepper coming in on the sides. But, not the best look. You got one? All right. Let's come on. I don't want Kelsey to feel bad. But the Mark Maron thing is nice. I mean, multi-millionaire.
See,
right?
I'm bad with names.
Hey, there it is. Good. Dude off Roseanne, huh? Wait, which way is his head going? This way?
There you go.
Yeah. You know what? I would take John Goodman's money in a second.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well,
Walter. I would be
Yeah.
Walter from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good. All right, Kelsey Brackett,
Cool.
good to see you, brother.
Thank you.
Soapbox Derby, 4th of July, friends. Be there. I'm so excited. Thanks for having me back to do the announcing and playing some tunes.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to it.
I know that Mike Ritchie's come on board to help out with some sound,
Yes,
to make it a little bit
absolutely.
louder, which is great. And
Richie-
if you have any
Richie
other
Light and
sponsors that
Sound.
you want to mention that support Soapbox?
Krieger's is
Sure.
sponsoring the finish line
Okay.
again. Thank you very much to them. They've offered up some additional assistance during that.
Sure.
So we will have, we've got the other sponsors will be listed on the website. We've still got some
Yeah.
sponsorships coming in. So,
Great.
I don't want to.
I
I don't want to leave
understand.
anybody
No, that's
out,
cool.
but I definitely wanted to mention Krieger's because they're sponsoring the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
Richie Light and Sound is going to be sponsoring the sound system that
Super excited about
everybody
that.
will hear you over.
Yeah.
So.
I will be louder this year, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to rattle the windows downtown. And I'm getting paged right now by my coworker who forgot that I do a talk show from a grocery store. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Let's go to
Thanks,
the
Tony.
CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Our next guests are waiting in the wings. There we have a good look at the front end of the store. Register 11, Sherry Siwasink, ladies and gentlemen. She would hate to know that she is on camera right now, but she doesn't know that she's on camera, and that's okay. Caleb, what's the problem with that? Jose's fine with it. He's up there right now. And I have to give a shout out to my coworker Becky from Starbucks. Becky with the good hair, because I think she delivered a drink. Is that correct? And now our very own Betsy, not Becky, is going to bring this beverage over here. Thank you kindly, Betsy. Appreciate it. Thank you, madam. A keto-friendly, fat-burning drink, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Chef Tess in the Hy-Vee Today kitchen. Come on over, friends. We're going to get another chair for you, too. Or we're going to stand. There's a lot of you. I'm outnumbered. Come around. Come around. Janet, are you coming on or are you hanging? Janet's hanging. All right. Oh, my goodness. Well, if you want to stand, can we pull the chair out? Is that cool? And I'll scoot over. Chef Tess. Whoa, these chairs are loud, everybody. Chef Tess rocking strawberries. Strawberry pies. And I was thinking, Chef Tess, I wanted to ask you something. When it comes to 4th of July and having like a big barbecue cookout at home or with family, what's something you would recommend that outside of like a burger and hot dog or brat, what's something fun, putting you on the spot? What could folks prepare?
Mexican street corn.
Nice.
That would be fun.
Oh, gosh. Okay. What would go on that?
So you use a mixture of mayonnaise and chili powder
Okay.
and lime juice and sometimes cilantro and chipotle. And
Wow.
you grill your corn and then you rub that mayonnaise mixture all over the outside and then you roll it in Mexican cheese. And
Excellent.
like street vendors will sell it on a stick, which is totally awesome. But that would be like a really fun thing that maybe people in your family would be like, I've never even had this before. So
That sounds wonderful.
That's my on-the-spot answer.
I also feel like people don't need to be afraid of seafood on the grill, right?
No.
Do some seafood on the grill. What now, like tuna on the grill? You don't want it to stick. What do I need to do? Do I need to like put it on tin foil and spray the tin foil? It also doesn't take long to cook the seafood.
No, it doesn't. Depending on what kind of fish you're using, a really, really flaky fish, cod is a really great example.
Ooh.
It's super tender, it's super flaky, so as it starts to cook, it's going to get really, really tender, it's going to start to flake
Okay.
apart. So those types of fish, I always suggest people do like a tinfoil packet, maybe some aromatics and seasonings inside of it. Little splash of liquid wine, beer, chicken stock, whatever you want.
Nice.
That's really, really easy. And then for like a fish like tuna, where you really don't want to overcook it too much, I would just make sure that your grill's really hot, your grates are well oiled, things like that. And then you just kind of, Steve Graham says, kiss it on both sides because it's just like a little 1-2 sort of
Right.
thing. And you serve it really rare. So
I think that sounds like a great idea. So, just a little bit of kiss on the grill. That's all you need. That's a Steve Graham quote.
yes, it is.
Okay. All right, let's come back to the set. We have a whole bunch. I feel like, am I a giant? Or is everybody getting taller over here? What's going on? I'm sitting down and I'm almost as tall as. Look at all of our guests here. All right, so I want to make sure that I read everybody's name off. We have Stacy Eversmeyer. Raise your hand, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. There you are. Liz Hurlbutt right there, and Allie Hurlbutt. Where are you at? Right back there. Hi. You can raise it up higher. Abby Bovenkamp and Ella Hilbrandt. Hi, and Janet Clark, who's off camera. We'll tell you that she's here, though. How's it going? So for our friends that have microphones on, that's a good thing. So color guard, and we even have some flags, right? So in a minute or two, I'm going to have you step back a little bit and give us a little demonstration. She's like, wait a minute, did you see that? She just passed the flag over. Okay. So we're talking about a car wash tomorrow, right? So what time does that start? Now, we have a flyer and everything we're going to pull up, but what time does the car wash start, and do you know that it's going to be 1,000,000 degrees outside?
Yes.
Okay.
So the car wash is 10 to 3.
Okay.
And it's in the parking lot here.
Right. It's here at Hy-Vee, which is very exciting. And I've heard that this will be the greatest car wash that people will ever get. Look right in that camera, ladies, and tell them. Or that camera right there, Chad's camera right there. Tell them how great this car wash is going to be.
Your turn.
This car wash is gonna be great.
Yeah! And we're raising money to help out Color Guard and also Muskie Band, correct?
Mostly guard, but yeah.
Mostly Color Guard, okay. So people think that we're in summer and that since you're all in school, you're not doing anything. You're just hanging out, playing Fortnite or dabbing. That's just because Betsy dabs a lot over there. But that's not true. You're all very busy throughout the course of the summer, right? So what's been going on with Color Guard?
So since school's gotten out, we've had 2 practices a week.
Oh my goodness.
And they've learned all of the basics of like how to hold it, how to spin it.
Okay.
And then they've also learned the full parade routine and how to march.
Okay.
And then we'll have a July 3rd rehearsal with the whole band.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like 3 hours long. And then the parade on the 4th.
3-hour rehearsal?
It's until we're good enough to stop.
Good. Who decides that?
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde? Let's cap it at 2 hours. Although it won't be as hot as it is today or tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Well, that maybe. Janet just gave us a look like it could be hot. You never know. 4th of July parade's a lot of fun. And having the band and the Color Guard in the parade, it just sounds alive. Like when I think of a parade, I think of bands, and then what are those, the big drums? What's this one called?
drum.
Bass drum? I'm sorry, what was that?
Bass drum.
Okay. Now, Stacy, right? Are you the alumni from Muscatine?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I graduated 5 years ago. I was guard 2 years at Muscatine and then 4 years at UNI. And last year I helped out as their assistant coach. And I'm here for the summer before I take off.
Well, where are you going?
I'm actually moving to Kuwait to teach 2nd grade.
Oh my gosh!
So a little bit too far of a commute.
Honest, yeah. Wow, a little bit of a far commute. You're going to Kuwait to teach 2nd grade? Are you going to be there for like a set amount of time, or?
2-year contract.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible. So, what was the difference between doing and being a part of Color Guard at Muscatine versus UNI? Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, so when I was in guard at Muscatine, we had 8 members.
Okay.
So we've grown a ton since then. But I went to UNI and we had 30. So that was a big shock. Just the amount of work that I learned. We were still a growing program when I was here, and so a lot of the stuff that we did wasn't as high class or high quality as the stuff that they were doing at UNI.
Gotcha.
But since then, I think we have grown a ton, and that just comes from a lot of support from the community and from the band.
You can just take over the show as far as I'm concerned. You're going to Kuwait. That's pretty, no offense, ladies. That's how far of a flight is that? Do you know? Is it like a day away?
Yeah, so it's probably about 24 hours total travel time.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. So I've had friends that have done, not taught 2nd grade, but a lot of them did ESL in different countries. A friend of mine was in South Korea for like a year, and I just didn't see him for a year. So will you be in Kuwait for 2 straight years, or will you have an opportunity to come back to Muscatine?
Well, I'll have the summer off, so I'm
Okay,
hoping
great.
that to come back and help them again for the summer. And
Wow, that's so incredible, and what a great way to give back. So, yes, you've been able to I'm assuming each time, and maybe you had a little less of a break when you were at UNI, but to be able to come back and help out. So, let's talk about Color Guard. So, obviously, we have flags, right?
Yeah.
Boy, I feel like a dummy, Janet. You know me. I'm going to try and ask the softball. So, explain what people can. So, obviously, at the 4th of July parade, for instance, they'll know when the band is coming.
Yeah.
Is the Color Guard at the front of the band? Or are we in the middle? Or are we at the back?
So typically we're at the front,
Okay.
and we're currently trying to split half in front and half behind because we're like a block long.
Oh, that's
So-
right. Y'all do take up a block. Because I know they always kind of have you staged near that one, like, church, I think, right off of Iowa. And then is it all like flags and stuff with color guard? What else?
So we typically spin flags.
Okay.
And then you can also spin sabers, which is like a sword, that aren't sharpened. And then
Wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Sorry. Who's spinning the unsharpened swords? Anybody here?
we've all done it.
You've all
Except
done
for
it?
Ella.
Ella, we need to get you a sword. All right. Can I hold one of the flags to see? I've never held one before. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. All right. I have no idea what to do except not cover y'all on the camera. Could somebody give us a demonstration behind?
Do you want me to go do it?
I mean, do you think we have it? Maybe if it's just one of them, do we have?
Yeah.
You're gonna take one for the team? All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make sure we can see you on the screen. Oh wow, that's intense. There you go. Perfect. Is this your first time spinning a color guard flag in a grocery store? Yes. All right. Hey, that's a first for the show. That is intense. Jeez Louise. So, oh my gosh, did you just throw it? Okay. Wow.
It's a small toss.
You can throw it higher than that? Yeah, don't hit the ceiling. I mean, I almost lit a firework off in here the other day, so I can't really... That's fantastic. Okay, so I can understand the need for the practice. Maybe not the 3 hours, but that's a lot. So because you're walking, and whether it's the unsharpened... Are you throwing the swords in the air? by the way?
Sometimes, most of the time.
What is the sword called again?
It's a saber.
Saber. Betsy, can you Google a saber if you don't mind? I know that's a weird request. Don't Google saber swords at work, friends, but they're unsharpened. So you're walking and doing this at the same time. There are some points where the parade will back up a little bit,
Yeah.
and you might be standing, but are you still marching?
Yes.
Oh
Yep.
my, your Fitbit's going to be going crazy if you have one. Can one of you just wear my Fitbit at the parade so I can get all the steps? All right. So in addition, is everybody here color guard only, or are we playing instruments as well? I know you can't do both. You can't toss the flag
we
and
all
drum.
also play instruments minus Ella.
Okay. So what instruments do you play?
I play saxophone.
Okay.
I play bassoon.
Bassoon. Hold on. Let me reach back over here.
I play trumpet.
Hi, Ella. Trumpet. Wow. Ella, you want to do an example with the flag? You don't have to if you don't want to. You can? All right, come on back to the official performance area. Might as well. They're here, right? I'm not trying to put them on the spot, but blame Janet if you're uncomfortable. All right, Ella. Here we go. Ella is in the back.
You get a
Ella
flutter?
Hilbrandt, ladies and gentlemen.
Flutter maybe?
That is cool. Oh my gosh. Have we thought about lighting those on fire for an effect as we're going down the parade? No?
That's frowned upon.
From that one frowned upon. Okay, you remember, right? That was the whole thing. Okay, so can we go to the car wash flyer, Betsy, if you don't mind? I did see the store. Is everybody here going to be helping? Stacey, are you helping out at the car wash? You already. That's very nice of you. So not only graduate from Muscatine, you and I going to Kuwait, super involved. And you guys have to be proud of the work that they've done.
I'm so proud of them. I mean, at the end of the last conference, there were 13 new members. I believe 13 new members all those nights to come and all of the 4th of July parade down in them and watch them. So incredible to work with.
Again, folks, the assumption is incorrect that just because you're in school, you get a summer to do nothing. I mean, that my whole thing is because it's the same thing teachers deal with a lot. Like people think, oh, you teach, you get the summer off, and that's not true at all. Like Mr. Hyde, he probably doesn't have any off time, really. And the same for y'all. I mean, that's, you end, sure, the school year ends, but then you're right into getting ready. So outside of, and there's the 4th of July parade, get that there just for a second so people can see Muscatine High School Color Guard, Car Wash, keeping it real. I like that there's a theme. Cleaning it real. What other events outside of 4th of July will the band and the color guard be at? Is it all the football games or?
So the guard, we did a guard camp a couple of us went like a couple weeks ago, last week. And we learned more advanced stuff that we can bring back and teach, and like captain abilities and how to teach better.
Excellent.
And then the whole band performs at all the football games at halftime that are home.
Okay.
And then we do some marching competitions that we'll go to and get scored. And then we have state marching where we get our rating.
Right. Okay. So state marching, that's got to be. I mean, what's more do you feel more pressure at state marching or so many people? I know that there's a lot of people at both, but
Pressure to get like state marching because we've been a one-rated band for like a whole lot of years.
things.
One's best
So
in
one
band.
is the best. Nice.
So that's our large tradition, and then the parade, a lot of people watching.
I can tell you this, that's a long parade. You're on foot the whole time. And I'm not saying anybody's going to drop a flag or sword, but you know what? I can't imagine anybody. What you're doing is great. And not only that, you're in uniform, right?
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wear the band shirts and then
Oh,
like,
good.
khakis for
So you don't have to
parade.
have like any wool, like, okay.
No, that's in the
good.
fall.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
like-
I was going to say, I was hoping that there was some more like breathable attire so you're not just like roasting. There's some good pictures from looks like a football game maybe last year or so. So the flags that we have here, are these practice flags or are these ones that are going to be in the 4th of July
These are our
parade?
practice flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the ones I'm assuming, like we just saw on the screen, are the musky purple
Yeah.
and gold colors.
Those are pregame.
All right. Betsy, can we go to the car wash poster one more time? Betsy and Chad running the show here. So, folks, your car is probably disgusting, let's be honest. And my car is gross. I have a dad van. I don't want to brag. Very exciting. Look at that. Did the car change on it, or has that car been on there the whole time? Oh, snazzy, Janet. I like that. So 10 to 3 tomorrow, right by Hy-Vee gas. $5 before. $7 tomorrow. How you can prepay? Just call Janet. Okay, call Janet. Do you want me to tell me your number? I'll repeat it. 299-0019. Or $2 more ain't gonna hurt you. $7 for a car wash is great. Is it true that you'll vacuum a car for 10?
We don't have a vacuum. Electrical issues. Shocking. If you bring a vacuum,
Okay, so if I bring my own vacuum, this is turning into a pretty good deal for me. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and when I move their car seats, it's like a candy store behind them. And there's French fries everywhere. So, could you help me out with those?
you up to that?
Are you? I like how you're just. Hold on. That's right. That's exactly how Trail Mix was born, cleaning out cars. Before we go, school starts August. I know I don't want to say it too loud. August something. What year is everybody? Obviously, Stacy.
Second grade.
Yeah, you're teaching. Stacy's grown up, I guess. I don't know. But what grade's everybody going to be in? What year?
I'll be a senior.
Okay.
I will be a sophomore.
Sophomore. Sophomore.
Also a sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay. Wow. So some good senior leadership, and then can the sophomores come over for a second? Everybody that's sophomore. No offense. When you did you start as a freshman or 8th grade? When did you get involved?
I started my 7th grade year.
7th grade. So Janet, 7th grade, you can start with color guard. Oh wow! So you were good enough to start in 7th grade. So how have you did you? Not that I don't want to keep talking about if you get nervous or not, because of course it's a performance and there's going to be that little performance anxiety. But do you feel more confident now than you did when you started in 7th grade? I don't even know what I was doing in 7th grade. But this is probably how many parades for you now?
Like 6, I think. 7.
Listen, Tony, I can do a parade, okay? No, it's great. How high will these flags get thrown during the parade? Now, we talked about the ceiling here, which is...
During the parade, there won't be like a ton of super high tosses, so like just pretty much that toss that she did earlier.
Okay. Now, Ella, you did an example for us, which I appreciate you doing. Will you have a flag or will you have a sword at the parade? Do you know yet? Do you get to decide?
I will have a flag.
You'll have a flag. Anybody here gonna have a sword?
Not at parade.
No swords at the parade.
No, maybe during the show.
Okay.
Maybe halftime.
Okay, but all right. Do you need an honorary member to have a sword that's also announcing the soapbox derby that could just
You
throw
want to
the
buy
sword?
one and donate it to
Why
us?
would I want to buy? How much are the swords?
100 and something.
100 and something. All right. What if we started selling the swords here at Hy-Vee? Do you like that idea? Yeah? That's not a bad idea. Okay. They're all like, this is the weirdest thing we agreed to do. Tossie's got it fixed for me. Thank you very much. Well, all right. For just $169, or the Cold Steel 8HCS US 1860. That only $46.99. So if your pledge is to buy both, send Mr. Hyde the bill. Right? No, I'm just kidding. 4th of July parade starts at 5 o'clock. Do you know where you're at in the lineup? You're always, I don't want to say you're always in the same spot, but
Iowa and 6.
you're at Iowa and 6th, which is a good spot. I've been way up Iowa, but you can always hear where the band is because you can hear them. Did somebody light a firework near where you were a couple years ago? Do you remember that? That was not cool. Don't do that. I remember that student was driving a golf cart up Iowa, band instruments. So please don't do that. Please support the Muscatine High School. I just the color guard. Practice flags are great. The real deal will be out, and then I'm excited. Because of course I'll be at the 4th of July parade. Certainly go to football games and see you there. But then also the competitions when you go to state, because you're competing against how many different schools?
There's a lot.
Right.
But at state, you mostly compete against yourself for your score.
So it's really about the score then?
Yeah.
Okay, so keeping that one rating. Now, if you could, ladies, can you look at that camera right here, make a sad face, and say, please come and support our car wash?
Please come support our car wash.
There you go. Help them out, y'all. Your car is probably dirty. $7. Get it washed tomorrow, 10 to 3. I hope you have water. It's going to be a warm one, right? It's going to be a warm one. Okay, and there it is. Watch, lead the bake sale. I don't know how to make the bake sale over here. Well, right behind where we're sitting is a bakery. If you want to take something in that a couple times, it's fine. Or maybe pies, right? Save yourself the time, my kids, by giving us goodness. So, all right, car wash, stop out, check it out. Of you will probably all be on the 4th of July. I'm going to be working, and tomorrow. Yes, Janet. Oh, me? Oh, no. Janet. Thank you, Janet. Everybody say thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Oh, yes. And we should give a shout out to these two ladies who are also off camera that don't probably want to be on camera. Who's out there? Does anybody know who's out there?
So the one in the gray shirt, that's Kat, and she's Allie and I's sister, and
Kat.
she marched guard for 4 years.
Cool. Okay.
And then the other one is Abby's mom, and she coached.
Hi, Abby's mom.
She coached guard too, a little bit, and then she was an old band director too.
Nice. Hi. Good to see you. Thanks for bringing them here. I kind of saw you all arrive and all had that same look like, all right, we're going to do this. As we say goodbye, before we cut to the car cam, could we get one more example? Is that something we could do?
You wanna do it?
Just one more.
we do a
Is that all right?
single in here?
Boy, they're like, again, Tony, really? All right, here we go. Color Guard in the house. See them in the 4th of July parade in downtown Muscatine. That looks cool. I was going to say, if you knocked over anything, you can take it home. So, that could be in the bake sale. Yeah. Some slightly damaged baked goods. All right. Let's go to the Toyota Muscatine Car Camp. Thank you all very much for being here. I really appreciate it. We'll see you at the car wash because, like I said, my vehicle needs to get washed. We have Betsy, who is... how about this? Let's do this. Right across from the floral shop is all that 4th of July bakery stuff. You want to go up there if you don't mind? Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm glad that I didn't have to show off my skills with the flag. That would have been awkward. No. I had long since retired. Now, my friend Bobby right there, he might want to work in the color guard. There you go. Our friend Bobby, Bobby's Asian Cuisine, hanging out. All right. That was great. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of fun. And the fact that they were willing to do some examples in the background because they were totally put on the spot. All right, so here we sit on the Friday before we're really going to kick things off, talking about 4th of July and everything that's going to be going down next Wednesday. Oh, thank you, folks. That was a full grocery cart. Appreciate your business. We were busy here yesterday at the store. We started this bonus bucks, and it's brand new. So today and tomorrow, you can earn $10 or $25 in bonus bucks on your fuel saver. Today, tomorrow, you spend $100, we'll give you a $10 bonus buck. You spend $200, we'll give you a $25 bonus buck on your fuel saver, friends. That's very exciting. And Betsy is operating the Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam, and there she goes right across from Floral, where that beautiful setup is. Jake and his crew in the bakery have taken over that spot. There's giant 5-pound apple pies. There are red, white, and blue cookies, cupcakes, cupcakes that look like cookies. It's all happening. Boy, that Starbucks drink is just fantastic. And by the way, hi, Rita. By the way, keep in mind, with it being so hot the next 2 days, if you need a quick way to cool down, come get you a Starbucks beverage. And yeah, I mean, this beverage that I have right here is a high-fat drink. It's approved by the diet that I'm on. So, and it's iced. Not that I'm hot because I'm in an air-conditioned grocery store. But if you're out and about and you need something, come see the crew at Starbucks. Do I have some on my goatee? Did I get some Starbucks on me? I'm telling you, I know. You're thinking to yourself, how can that be diet approved? And there we go. There's the bonus bucks for you. Great way to save as we get ready for the 4th. So you add the bonus bucks to your fuel saver today and tomorrow, and then you come back and use them 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to redeem them. It's that easy, friends. It really is. We're going to do the team staffing job board. I got to mention Headbangers for Hayden and maybe the kids' character breakfast on the way out. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, good. Another full show. Love it. So our friends at Team Staffing, they have job openings in the community. Over 1,000 people are at work at this very moment, y'all, because of the work that they do. And you can find their office for Team Staffing on Lake Park Boulevard, right across from Happy Joe's. And we're thankful to Craig and Charity and Katie and the crew for working hard to get people to work, because that's an important thing to have, certainly are good jobs. And they have several available, including second shift general labor, $13.55 an hour. Marcy has this opportunity for you at 563-316-7635. What else is on the job board, Betsy? First and second shift heavy general labor. Mary has that opportunity at 563-316-7634 at Team Staffing Solutions. And last but not least, machine operators and inventory control. Brooke McCullough, who was on the show not too long ago, will get you placed when that opportunity at 563-316-7634. 7636. Scottish accent, Irish accent messed me up. 563-316-7. What was it again? One more time. I don't want them to be like, you said the number wrong. Boo boo. 563-316-7636. Tomorrow, as Chef Tess mentioned, she is helping out with Headbangers for Hayden. I will be at the Rose Bowl Bowling Alley for the music portion of that, which I believe starts at 7 o'clock. You can still, at this very moment, get signed up to golf at Muni Golf Course. All the proceeds from Headbangers for Hayden are going to be donated to local families that have children battling cancer. It's all right there. First annual golf tournament. Betsy, could you zoom in on the green portion, top to bottom there, starting at the Muscatine Municipal Golf part? If we scroll up, thank you so much. 8 a.m. shotgun start, 4-person best ball. Sign up. At this point, you could probably go to Muscatine Lumber. I know it says June 23rd, but I'm going to sit here and tell you that you could still golf. Awards banquet at 3, food served at 4, live music starting at 7 o'clock with Mississippi Mud, Room 212, and Dinosaur Mob. That portion of the event is at the Rose Bowl Bowling Alley. Kids Character Breakfast. How about that? It's $10 to watch the bands. So, yeah, Kids Character Breakfast. That's tomorrow as well. Boy, that's going to be fun. At this point, I would tell you, you might want to call the store to reserve a spot because we are close to capacity. So bring the kids, bring the grandkids. They can get their picture taken with and meet Olaf, a minion. It might be Bob the Minion. I'm not sure which one. And Chase from Paw Patrol. Also, our friend Wes the Balloon Guy will be here from 8 to 9:30. I scheduled him so that he would be here during both seatings because, as you can see, we have a seating from 8 to 8:45 and then 9 to 9:30. Okay? Kids Character Breakfast in the Market Grill Express. Not only will the characters be there, but Jake and the Bakery put together some pretty awesome cookies. You can get a Minion cookie, an Olaf cookie, or a Paw Patrol cookie, and we'll also have some cool balloons available as well for you. Thanks to Kelsey Brackett, Alderman, Soapbox Derby boss, one of, and also works at Stanley Consultants, so shout out to them for letting Kelsey be here. Good guy. Glad that he was able to come on and talk about the Soapbox Derby. That's on the 4th of July. And a reminder to you that we'll be doing Hy-Vee today, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, and then no show Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you need fireworks, purchase with a purpose. Again, there's a lot of fireworks tents in this town. But there's only one tent that with every single item that you purchase, whether it be $5 or $5,000, a portion of every single sale is donated to MCSA, Muscatine Center for Social Action, and their mission to serve Muscatine County. Charlotte Schaefer and Bonnie Nichols sat here the other day and said that 16 children this week alone had called MCSA home. We need to help MCSA, so I need you to purchase with a purpose. Get your fireworks from the tent in our parking lot. This isn't even a high thing. It's not even a Hy-Vee thing. It's helping out your community first and foremost, and we can do it at the MCSA fireworks tent. And keep in mind, that'll be open until the 4th of July, 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. Thanks to Stacy, Liz, Allie, Abby, Ella, and Janet Clark. Muscatine Color Guard, Muscatine Band, part of the 4th of July parade, and a car wash. Betsy, can I get the car wash graphic one more time? I know I'm putting you on the hot seat. Get your car washed tomorrow. Thank you. It's cleaning it real, y'all. Supporting Muscatine High School Color Guard, $7 from 10 to 3. Unless you prepay early, it's $5. Right outside Hy-Vee gas. Support the Muscatine High School Color Guard. Does it say something at the bottom of that poster that I'm missing? Anything clever or cheeky? No? Okay. Well, that's just super, Betsy. So, yeah, we had a great group of, I don't know what's going on the intercoms right now. I think we're wishing people a happy birthday, but that's awesome. We had a great couple of shows this week. The whole week was great, in my opinion. Certainly as the host, I'm going to tell you that, but I really felt good about the people that we talked to, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue talking to interesting people and letting you know everything that's going on in and around the Muscatine area. And I just want you to have a great weekend, and please stay cool. You know, don't let the dog out that long. The pavement gets really hot, and I think we can all admit that we've had relatives that might be a little bit older that can be stubborn when it comes to adjusting the thermostat. Just give them a call, because, you know, you can be stubborn, and I get it, but when it gets to be that kind of hot outside, like, it's just a matter of your safety. So if you got to go over and distract mom or dad or grandma and grandpa and turn down the thermostat, you know, leave a $5 bill on the table, because you'd rather they be safe than sorry. And I mean that with all sincerity. It's one of those times where there's a heat warning and advisories for a reason. We want people to be safe. All right. I think I've said all I needed to say. I will leave you with this. Again, it is National Camera Day, ladies and gentlemen. Are you taking the pictures with your smartphone, or do you have a nice Canon camera? Like, are they both Canons on the set of Hy-Vee today? Very nice cameras here. It's also National Waffle Iron Day. If you want to make some waffles, boy, that should be National Strange Eye Contact Day, with Betsy just locked in when I said waffle iron. I know, we should have Tess make some waffles. Can you imagine how good Chef Tess, probably the best waffles ever, put bacon in the waffle. Have you ever had that? That's a real thing. And it's also National Almond Butter Crunch Day. I don't understand it either, but I just share these with you so that we're all in the loop. So stop out and see us here at Hy-Vee if you need anything. We're doing bonus bucks today and tomorrow. Kids Character Breakfast tomorrow morning, 8 to 10. MCSA Fireworks Tent. Headbangers for Hayden is also tomorrow. And, yeah, I think that's it. I'm DJing at the Brew tonight, Friday night. If you're out and about, I'll be melting. There will just be a pool of water, and that'll be me. After 9:30, I'll be down there, and then back to work bright and early tomorrow on Saturday. As far as the show, we'll do it Monday at 8:30, and a show on Tuesday, and then that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. Catch the replays all throughout the course of the weekend on Muscatine Power and Water, Cable Channel 5. Thanks to our friends at Remax for letting us put the show on their channel. That's very nice of them, and I know that there's a lot of people that watch on MPW. There's people watching on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and Apple TV and Roku. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and we'll see you later. But for now, I got to finish this Starbucks because it good.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions? Comments? Know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.